Hello and welcome to this very special episode where Help I Sexted My Boss joins the Secret Mum Club. Thank you.
Now, for all of the Secret Mum Club listeners out there, hello. We are William and Jordan. I am Jordan. This is William.
You do that every time.
I know. It's not funny anytime I do it. Anyway, hello to you.
Hello.
Hello. And for all of you G&Divas, we're Sophiena and
Emma.
from the Secret Mum Club.
Hang on.
Hello.
G&Divas.
G&Divas?
Yes.
Who are the G&Divas?
Do you have a name for your
No,
listeners?
I was just thinking
No.
we need a name like the like Swifties. Is that what it?
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I'd like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't quite know when Taylor Swift started, but I think we've had G&Divas for a while. Did we predate
Ben
Swifties?
come up with it. He came up with the term G&Divas and he's
It's the only thing he's ever brought.
managed to
the
get an
podcast.
executive producer.
What
role
is a
from it.
G&Diva?
Well, it's a listener, but I would say it's one above a listener.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'd say they're fairly committed.
Okay.
Committed to the
And
cause.
some of them should be.
We drink gin and Dubonnet, so we call them G&D.
That's the G&D.
G&D.
Which
Right.
it would only be polite for us to offer you a gin and Dubonnet, a G&D,
Yeah.
if you would like one.
I've been eyeing that up for like
Since we've
since we
been in
started. Yeah.
And we were in the old studio as well.
because those
We were
bottles of
downstairs.
Dubonnet were everywhere.
Well, they're sort of everywhere here, but they're more scattered in this,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this new studio.
So the production company Audio Always that make Help I Sexted My Boss also make Secret Mum Club as well. So we share studios and you'll often see like,
Yeah.
weird
just
things.
the D in the corner.
What I'm saying is you leave your shit everywhere.
We do.
Well, shall we talk about your Teletubby costumes that we found once?
Ours is a little bit questionable, though. I think I'd rather have bottles of alcohol everywhere than our
Teletubby
Teletubby.
costume.
Yeah,
Those have never
okay.
been released, though.
They've never seen the light of day.
Them pictures have never
No,
seen
I was
the
going
light
to say, I
of
don't
day.
think I've seen those.
There was one of my
No.
stories for your birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
Jordan, you're closest to the D, so do you
Okay.
want to lunge and do it?
Whilst I'm doing that, why don't you guys explain to our G&Divas all about your brilliant podcast?
Okay, well, if you love poo and dildos, then this
We're
is the
the-
They
podcast.
already do.
They already do.
I feel like there might be some crossover between
Yes.
our listeners.
Yep.
Lots of so we cover a lot. There's
Bodily fluids.
bodily fluids. It's a parenting podcast essentially.
Yeah.
Lots
Do you
of
have to be a parent to listen?
No.
absolutely not, and not even just mums. We've got some daddies.
Okay.
Daddies.
So do we.
So do we.
But they don't have kids. They have twinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're low on gin, guys, by the way.
That's
Carry
okay.
on, sorry.
I'll have a small
We
small
have
bit.
lots of things, don't we?
Yeah, we cover all sorts.
We've got
We've got
grandparents, aunties, uncles, daddies, mummies, people
Yeah.
with no babies at all.
Aunties, uncles, yeah.
We've got
It's
serious,
silly, funny.
Yes.
Like some light-hearted stuff, a lot of sad stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
we do cover like
I
serious.
feel like it's maybe not the
things.
time to say that as you're popping the Dubonnet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we cover it. We cover it
cover
all.
everything.
Nothing's
Okay.
too
We love it, don't
outrageous.
we?
Yeah. We thought we were outrageous, but the listeners are absolutely
Yeah.
disgusting.
Exactly.
We're,
Yes.
They're well kinky, ours.
They're filth.
I've never touched a sex toy in my life, and they're all over it.
Oh,
They've got children find
same.
them and swinging them around,
Yes,
torches.
yes, we've had this. They've taken them into schools.
Yep.
Yeah, we've had
We got
dogs.
pube scissors. We had someone cutting that used the scissors for their pubes.
The arts and crafts scissors.
And then the daughter took the scissors into school, and then the teacher used the daughter's
Pubes, that's
pube
brilliant.
Yeah.
scissors.
My brother once shaved his pubes into my pencil case.
Nice.
But I was going to say, it's not usually us that are rude. It's usually the listeners.
Yeah.
People say, how have you not been, like, cancelled yet? So it's not us.
No, it's not us
Yeah.
at all.
Or
We just
arrested.
read it.
Yeah.
I don't know. My daughter's a little bit
Wild.
She,
Now,
yeah.
how old are your children?
So I have got 3. I've
Wow.
got Colby, who's 7.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Dottie is 5.
Oh.
And then Renly is 4.5.
4.5 months.
4.5
yeah.
months.
We had children at the same time.
Yes.
So I've got Sadie, who's 4.5 months.
She's
and
We've
I've
just
got-
met Sadie.
She's here, yeah.
She's
Jordan's been having a enforced cuddle. I never know whether people actually want to hold your baby or whether they
No,
don't.
he did.
He did want to.
He was getting very
I want to
broody.
talk about this later. I'm so broody at the
Yeah.
moment. So just seeing little, she's so
You're speaking to the wrong people, though, because we're
done.
Well, I'm definitely... No, well,
No, our shop's shut.
Is it?
Yeah.
there's still one left in you. There's still one left in you.
No, I've
You're
got...
gonna do it.
Very
It's gonna be
uncomfortable.
everything's gonna be fine. I truly, we're the worst advocates for it, though. Well, I am, because I'd have about 20 children, I think.
Would you?
Yeah,
would.
yeah, I would.
And your baby's very chilled.
Renly's very chilled.
Yeah.
Dottie, no. She's a wild human.
Yeah. She's a wild one.
She's out there with being one of the craziest people I've ever met in my whole entire life. I feel like it's the way of saying, because you were such an asshole growing up, Here's
Karma.
one back,
Yeah.
10 times worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were the asshole.
I was the
Yeah.
asshole, yeah, and I'm
Right.
one of 3, and I'm the
Well,
youngest.
You're the youngest.
And I got a twin brother. But the other 2 were so easy for my mum and dad. And I was like, this is piss easy. I need to give them a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So I did. That's come back round to bite me on the arse. Karma.
Jordan has slid a G&D
Yes.
your
Thank
way.
you.
We're
Let's have a
quite
go.
far away from you, so
We
forgive
are.
us for not
We're going to look
passing
really close
to
on
you.
camera,
Pass
though.
it over.
We
I've
are.
wondered for a year what this tastes like.
Yeah.
Let's have a go.
Sip
Sniff
it.
it first.
It gets you
Is it
giddy
gonna-
drunk. It gets you like a squiffy giddy drunk.
We
Okay.
sometimes suggest serving it with a slice of lemon or orange. We don't
Oh,
have that today.
orange
we're
would
going.
be
We're
nice.
going
We've got picky bits.
raw.
Though.
No garnishes
got
today,
picky
but we have got a
bits.
picnic.
sniff it first?
What?
Do you not cheers me?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh no! Please don't.
No,
clink.
you shouldn't let them do it.
Oh, no.
I really wanted you to. He hates clinking. It's common. Thank you.
We have put a
Cheers.
pinky
We
out.
are common.
No,
No.
tell them why you don't. If you've got
No,
your
why
pinky
don't
out.
you?
Right,
This is what
so-
you do now with Billie Eilish.
Eyelash. So,
Eyelash.
girls, if you've got your pinky out, it means you've got syphilis.
What?
Oh, keep the pinky-
Historically,
Historically.
So, in the old days, the 18th century, is it?
roughly 1700s.
In French high society, they would stick their pinky out when drinking tea because it gave other people a little wink and a nudge to say, I've got syphilis.
Why would
Don't
you want to
use
let people know that you've got
'cause
syphilis?
So they slept with each other because, you know, they were all...
Because it's not
Sort of.
polite to sleep
I
with
was
someone.
I thought it was I got syphilis, don't drink my drink. That's what I'm going to say,
'cause
I've got
don't-
syphilis.
Well, I think you can get it orally, but not in that way. Anyway,
This
you're
is-
very good health. Secret Mum Club.
Cheers.
And Help I Sexted My
No
Boss.
clinking, no
Up
pinkies.
yours. Syphilis.
It's really
Up
strong,
yours,
isn't
yes.
It's really strong.
it? Yum.
That is so insanely strong, isn't it?
It is.
That
it
might
is-
have gone. Do you want a
To
bit
be
more?
fair, Jordan asked for extra gin halfway through. I'm not sure he
Did you put any gin in yours?
Let me put a bit more D in. Hang on. It might be better.
Soph loves
We
the
need
D.
some D.
That
You
third
love it in the
child's
kitchen.
practically there.
Pass it over.
We have itchy legs as well. Our listeners have itchy leg time.
Yeah, you should
What's
know.
itchy leg?
You should
Itchy
know
leg
about
is-
Put a
that.
bit more in just to water that down.
The love making at home is itchy legs. Because there was once a listener wrote in, didn't they, to say that they had gone away and they were sleeping in a caravan.
Yeah.
And the child had walked in on them while having
Yeah.
these antics.
Yes.
So they were like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? And the mum and dad instantly just went, oh, the dad, wasn't it? I'm itching mummy's legs.
Yeah, I'm just itching mummy's legs.
And it's still, and he was like 23 now, isn't he?
Yeah, the little boy was now grown up.
And he's
yeah.
now grown up, and
Yeah.
it comes up at Christmas time, and he says, "Do you still have your itchy legs?"
You still call it itchy legs, yeah.
Not as often.
No,
Probably
no.
not.
So it's itchy legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never
itchy
again for me
legs.
and you. No, we're.
Fancy a scratch?
Should we explain our podcast?
Yeah, you
Yes.
Will you tell? Yeah, tell us about.
Tell us a
yours.
little bit about
William.
yourselves.
Okay, well, we, since start of
The
2018...
itchy leggers, that's what we should call you.
Yes.
The itchy-
Sounds like we're
the
all
leg
having sex
itches.
though.
The
All the
leg
time.
The
itches.
leg
doesn't it?
itches, yeah.
So explain to the
Yeah.
leg itches about Help I Sexted My Boss.
So since 2018, Jordan and I have come together, as it were, on a Tuesday and Friday to... It wasn't even meant to be a joke, I just heard it as I said it. And we solve listeners' everyday dilemmas. So the sort of etiquette rules that you don't find in traditional etiquette books. So what to do if you do send a saucy message to your boss. It's not meant to be for your boss, it's meant to be for the person you're dating or your significant other. How do you
Deal with the
backtrack,
situation.
Right.
Yeah.
or deal with it? Sort
Have
of-
you ever had that personally happen to you?
I'm self-employed, so I would have to sex
What,
myself.
through your whole life though?
Yes.
Even when you were younger?
Yes.
Have you ever
Literally
done it?
nobody has
No, I
wanted to
can't.
employ me.
It's not through
Can't say I
choice.
have actually, but we get loads of dilemmas like that are like. Probably our most famous one was a shoebox under the bed.
The dildo.
I see.
Yeah, the
The
clone
mum.
of Willy.
I see Clone Willy
Yes.
behind you.
Yeah.
Is that the?
Is that an actual thing you can?
I don't know what's
It's got a
in.
kit in there if you want to
Oh
take
yes,
it
it's got.
home.
Well, it's got two
I
things.
don't have a Willy to clone.
I think
I
you.
don't have one.
Okay.
They're
well,
quite small pots.
Oh,
I
aren't
think
they?
it might be a prop.
Right.
Clone his pizza dick.
Looks like a tennis ball tube.
Glows in the dark as well.
Wow,
which would
just
be
in
handy.
case you need it in the dark.
What's a pizza dick?
Oh,
You should
Dottie.
explain, yeah.
Dottie referred just one night, just was randomly, Chris was in the bath and Dottie went in the bath and she just said, you know, your Willy looks like an old piece of pizza. Like just all shriveled up. And he was like, I've never had a complex about my dick before in my whole entire life. And my daughter now thinks I have an old pizza dick.
Wow.
So Chris, wherever we go, when listeners, and they're like, oh, how's the old pizza dick?
Poor Chris.
I know, poor Chris.
He really
Stuffed
gets
crust?
slagged on this podcast.
Thin and crispy.
I was going to say, maybe a bit thin and crispy.
With a lovely dipping sauce.
Brilliant. So we've had that, but we always say when we get asked, we actually get like, what's some good examples of
Well,
like,
the one
modern etiquette?
Yes. So if you split up with someone, God forbid, and they're all over your Instagram, as is the modern way.
World, yeah.
Do you delete the photos?
Yeah.
Do you archive them? Do you
Unfollow,
keep them there? What do you do?
Block. I'm a straight blocker.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah,
but
but
the
what about the
photos are still going to
history?
live
Delete
there.
that show. I don't want it in there.
You just
Yeah.
deleted it? Okay.
Yeah, get
So
that
you're,
out.
You're trying to erase
Yeah,
history.
erase it. Pretend
Okay.
it never happened.
Yeah.
Another good one if you split up with someone. It's not all about breaks, but if you split up with someone, are you still all right to stay in touch with the in-laws?
Yes,
Oh,
particularly if you're
no.
married.
Would you stay in touch with it? No.
No, I don't talk to my in-laws now.
Oh, okay.
You don't need an
I'll
excuse.
just shift them out early doors.
Yeah.
Off we go. I'm moving on in. No, but what's more awkward for me is, do you know what? I was actually stumbling across Facebook and I don't know why I was looking. Oh, I wasn't really looking, but it was on somebody else's Facebook and it come up a memory. And I went on to the ex-person and he still had my photos on his Facebook.
Is that weird?
That's really weird. Delete them off.
Yeah.
He's married. He's got children of his own now.
Yeah, now you've said it like that.
That's peculiar,
I've
isn't
still
it?
got all mine up there.
No.
Yeah.
Get them off.
But we're still friends.
But you've only ever been with Stefan. You've never been with another
No,
man.
I had a boyfriend before.
What?
Is this new
boyfriend before.
information?
Yeah, it's brand new
You only told me
information.
about Stefan.
No, I had a boyfriend before that. Yeah.
Is he had anybody else?
He's had other girlfriends, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You never told me this.
No, it never
You
came
told me
up.
you were sweethearts from day dot.
No, it never came up.
She's lied. Swear, that's the same story you've heard. You're.
I'm
actually quite
I'm not
cross.
going to name him.
You're
but-
listening to the
No.
last ever episode of Secret Mum Club.
The Secret Mum Club ends.
So for the first half of the episode, we want to get you boys stuck into the world of parenthood with some of our listeners' secrets. How good are you boys with chats about bodily fluids?
Oh. Depends
Very
which
familiar.
bodily fluids. Some are more our area of expertise than others.
Are there
What?
a lot of, like, with having kids, a lot of bodily fluids and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say nothing's out of bounds.
Nothing is out of
I'm
bounds.
Okay.
so broody at the moment.
You won't be after this.
Am I not?
No, this might put
God.
you
I
off.
don't know though. It depends if you're offended by it. Depends if you're bothered by it. Like, are you bothered by poo, wee, blood,
I do.
I'd rather
inspecting a placenta, mucus plug?
We put it this way. We were at Wimbledon recently and they were emptying the toilets and I was dry heaving.
Okay, look, right. A porty loo is something completely different
And
though
it
too.
As I said on air at the time, it was the best thing to come out of your mouth on Capital Breakfast since you joined. So we were doing an insults game, and I
okay.
won.
Should we do that now then?
This one says, hi, Sophiena and Emma, and William and Jordan. My little girl was 4 months old when I braved the commute to London to show off the baby to work colleagues. I had prepared and pumped a bottle to give her while we were there. Needless to say, my exclusively breastfed baby was having none of the bottle. On the train home, my boobs were rock solid and so sore, I couldn't wait to get home so I could feed her. But she didn't want to wait until we got home. So there, on a busy commuter train from London, sat at a table of 4, I had to whop my tit out to try to feed her. Despite crying Bloody Mary for milk, she couldn't get latched and her head was bobbing on and off my boob. Then, just as she was getting it, in the blink of an eye, she pulled off my tit and boom, I started squirting milk everywhere.
Does that happen?
Yeah.
Flies out your tit like a rocket.
Yeah.
It's wild. Honestly,
It's happened to me on our record.
today she just
Sadie.
was a floating tit today because Sadie just kept coming off the boob. Emma's just sat there with her whole
Honestly,
nipple out.
she gets
Oh,
distracted and just
I
leaves
just
my nipple
thought
hanging
it-
in midair.
I just thought it like trickles out.
No, some of them
No.
when they get really, really
When
congested.
they're really full.
Yeah, and it rockets
There
out.
should be a safety valve built in or something,
They
Yeah.
should.
so that when they detach,
Yeah.
it just cuts
it
off.
cuts
Women's
off.
Evolution should have
bodies
thought
are
of that.
fascinating.
Wild.
Carry on, sorry.
The lady next to me had her newspaper sprayed with my breast milk. My partner, who was opposite me, got hit in the eye and the table was drenched. I wanted to die. Eventually, I got her back on the boob and apologised profusely to the lady next to me as she carefully folded up her paper and used it to try to mop up the milk. Lots of love from Liz.
Oh, God,
Liz.
bless her.
Wow. Well,
God
it
bless
all
the
goes
lady
on.
that cleared up.
Yeah.
It's like a water pistol. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Like a super soaker.
But imagine your boob just squirting milk across the table and soaking another lady's paper.
That's class.
I feel that's a very passive-aggressive move to like fold up the paper and
Yeah.
try and
Well, it's
mop
very
up the-
British, not really to
Yeah.
make a scene.
Yeah.
If you just squeezed your boob, would a bit come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
I'll show ya.
amazing.
Go over behind that curtain.
Could you squeeze it into a cup or something?
You could people manually
Hand express.
pump. Hand express, yeah.
No, I'm serious.
I think I might faint.
Did I not know this?
Yeah, people manually do it, and people do it at the end of pregnancy to stimulate their boobs to bring on the labour.
I think with a pump. I've seen my sister-in-law use
Yeah.
a
You
pump.
can do them like you can have a manual pump, but you can just hand
you can do it with your
express
hand as well. Yeah.
Amazing.
And it gives you tips to like stroke it.
William,
from
you're
the
going to
boob down
die.
the
There's like a
nipple.
yellow liquid that you can
Yeah.
squeeze.
No, don't.
Colostrum.
No,
It's
because
called
I'm not
colostrum.
good.
Go on.
The first bit that
squeeze-
comes out is like they call milk gold.
Liquid gold.
It's liquid gold
Yeah.
because it's the colostrum that comes out, and
It's
it's
really
the most
good for the
vital,
baby.
important bit for the baby.
So you squeeze it out before you even have the baby, and you collect it in little syringes.
It's little tiny syringes,
and then you squirt it into their mouth.
little 1 ml syringe. You can freeze it all as well, and then defrost it.
He's gone.
You can make lollipops out of it.
Fascinating.
You can make milk
Yeah.
baths. You can put it in a bath to heal
And
baby's skin.
Can normal people drink it, or is it just babies?
Oh, Chris drank mine.
Did he?
Yeah.
Pizza Willy
Pizza
Chris.
dick.
Pizza
There are
dick.
people that
pizza
pay for it online.
You can get wet nurses, and you can have somebody else's breast milk to
Feeding
feed
your
your baby.
baby.
Golden milk.
liquid
Liquid
gold.
gold.
Liquid gold.
That's
It's like
the
the gold
colostrum.
top
Can I
milk
just,
you get.
can we
Yeah.
just have a pause?
Do you need a
Pale.
moment?
You've gone pale and he's got a lot of makeup on.
How rude.
I think for some people it's like a fetish though.
Yeah.
They can to like drink breast milk.
Drink
That's
other women.
To sell it.
Truly.
But they're like,
fascinating.
what are they called? Wet nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah, wet nurse.
Where you feed someone
But when
else's
we were
baby.
in hospital, when I was in hospital with Renly, there was a lady opposite me, and she was, because I had Renly early, he was a preemie baby, and the lady opposite me had a preemie baby. She literally was just filling up all day. She just sat on the pumps all day. She was just filling bottle after bottle for the neonatal unit downstairs. And her baby was down on the ward on the neonatal unit. Her other son was at home. But because she'd had such a traumatic birth and had to be in with her little one, she was just filling up bottle after bottle to give it to all the neonatal babies.
That's so kind.
Isn't it? She was a wonderful, wonderful woman. I find it so fascinating, me.
Amazing. That is amazing.
I think William's checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on?
I'm rerunning episodes of Downton Abbey at my head just to try and get back to,
Is that your safe space?
to normal.
When you got milk there, when you breast, are they quite tender?
Yeah, really sore.
Are they?
Really sore.
So
Yeah.
like
They
during.
feel like they're going to explode. Like I can imagine if you don't have sex for a long time, boys get
Like
a bit
blue
backed
balls.
up, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do boys
Yeah.
get backed up?
Yeah.
Blue balls.
No, like when you bought. Yeah.
They're really
Yeah.
heavy and they feel like they're going to explode.
Yeah.
Bit of personal. During like special time, is it like a no
Itchy leg time.
Well, no one has sex
No
after
one-
having a baby, so
Emma
it's
has.
fine.
I
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
it's just fascinating.
But then they could go at any moment.
They go at
yeah.
any time.
They go
Do you
at
have
any
another
time.
secret for us?
Yes. Are you ready?
It's
Yes.
another milk one.
Oh, good.
This
not
one says,
really a boob man either.
Get St John's ambulance
No.
on standby.
All right, this one says, hello, ladies and gents. My 3-year-old son, Ralph, was looking forward to his cousin's birthday party. All week, he had been pestering me to get some balloons as he was adamant they would be needed to be allowed into the party. When it finally got to the day before my nephew's birthday, Ralph was asking me where I had put the balloons. Thinking on my feet, I told him I had hidden one round the house to keep him quiet. Luckily, it was successful, as he stopped bothering me for hours. However, he eventually came running down the stairs, exclaiming, I found one, Mummy.
Oh.
I think we know where this
Oh,
is going.
God, is it?
I was slightly
Johnny.
confused, as I hadn't bought any.
Oh, God.
So when I asked to see his balloon, he pulled it out from his pocket and said, I found it under Mummy and Daddy's bed. Absolutely horrified, I told him that balloon
Oh, please
No.
don't tell me it's used.
had already been used. I needed to go into the bin.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
All our love, Hannah, Jonathan, Ralph and Maya. Throw your used ones away, Hannah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disgusting.
I think that is the lesson here. That's
Yeah.
the etiquette rule.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Don't. But it's the same as with anything. Like in the kitchen, you tidy as you go. Or you should do. I think that's the best
I think
way.
you should too.
Same in the
Stay on
bedroom.
top
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
I just hope he didn't put it in his mouth and try and blow it up.
Oh.
I'm
Well
excited
done.
for
Well
this
done.
next
Well,
one.
well
I wanted
searched.
Ralph for a boy, if Sadie was a boy.
I really liked
the
Ralph.
name. Yeah.
Would you
my mum-
say Ralph or Rafe?
Different names, I
Different,
think.
two different
No.
names.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
No.
are.
Rafe is R-A-F-E.
It can be, but look at Rafe Fiennes, the actor.
That one always confuses me. I would go Ralph because I'm not posh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
right,
not posh. I'd go Ralph.
Yeah.
I do think you would spend most of your life going Rafe. Like when people go, oh, hi, Ralph.
Oh, Ralph? Yeah, it's Rafe. Yeah, how annoying for
It's
them.
like mine
Yeah.
when people go, oh, Sophiena, and no, it's Sophiena.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sophiena. Or people go, Sophie. No, it's not. Sophie's the name of its own.
in its own right.
Sophiena or Soph.
Yeah, yeah.
I get a lot of Sophies.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next one.
Okay,
Go
are you
for
ready?
it.
The last listener secret has come in as a voice note. So let's give it a listen.
Hello, Soph and Emma. I've got a secret about William you might enjoy. When William went to Manchester University, he wasn't your usual student. He didn't wear T-shirts and jeans and absolutely never hoodies. Instead, he went with a wardrobe of clothes which included formal shirts, chinos, wool jumpers and jackets.
She bought me all of these.
On our first visit to see him, we were staying in a hotel and I managed to persuade his father that it would be kind if we were to suggest that the hotel did some of William's laundry. William gladly took us up on the offer. The laundry cost more than the hotel room.
Is that your mum?
So
Yes, it's
that's-
nice to hear her sober.
That's the first. That's the first time we have actually
Wow.
heard William's mum on the podcast.
The moment she said hello, whatever the first word was, that's my mother.
I do an impression of her every week. So that's actually what she sounds like. My impression isn't that far off.
Let's
Actually.
hear it. Let's hear it.
I was going to say, where is
Go
the
on.
Her
impression?
person.
Go on, do that voice note as your version.
Hello,
So-
darlings. It's Mummy here. So I started when William was a child. I was very pissed, so I can't remember much of it. I left it all to the nanny, darlings.
Where's she
Sounds the
from?
same.
Does she listen to your podcast? No. Oh.
Thank God.
They have absolutely no concept of what a podcast is. Every
can't-
time I tell her, I'll go, we've sold out the London Palladium, whatever she wants. But just who are all these people that want to come and watch it? There's no concept of
No
what
understanding.
A podcast
Did you know
is.
she knew how to do a voice note?
Absolutely not. No,
I
and
was
I'm surprised.
surprised.
I'm surprised at the end of that because normally when she voice notes us, she thinks she's dictating, so she'll end it with XX, thinking. So I'm surprised you didn't get an XX.
They ring him up at like 11 o'clock at night, asking him how to turn telly over and stuff.
Yes, their DVD player went into Russian for some bizarre reason.
They still
and I
watching
had to
DVDs?
sit there for a good half an hour trying to understand what Russian was to get it back into English.
And you implied that she's normally pissed. Is she?
In Jordan's head.
Oh, right. Not in. Okay.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Champagne all around, darling.
Jordan, before Jordan actually met my mother, he
Sorry,
just had
that crept up on me. I'm so sorry.
What
I
happened?
didn't feel it coming. I'm so
Is
sorry.
it the milk?
Oh, it's in my eye. Oh gosh.
Being no
She's not
more.
breastfeeding.
Have you milked?
I've gone bright red.
Have you milked? It's fine. We're very open-minded and liberal.
No, I'm not milking.
Please don't be embarrassed.
I'm not milking. I just sneezed.
Oh, right.
My boobs are dried up.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
Emma's is still live.
You said it's just happened. I was like,
Yeah, I
is it,
sneezed.
she's milked. I thought she
No.
milked.
It doesn't just come out in like an express cup.
I don't-
Like, here you go. I've milked. Oh my gosh. She's
I thought
milked
you'd
herself.
milked.
No.
Yeah, I'll put some in my brew. I'm not bothered.
No.
Should we get back to the subject of Sarah's
Sorry.
message?
Yes.
You at university.
Yes. So for the first year of my university, I was in halls of residence.
Yes.
Which was an experience
Yeah.
because I didn't get the halls of residence and didn't get any of the three options I had actually put down. I got completely the opposite, the quote unquote heart of student life, as the brochure said. And
The heart of shit, yeah.
it was like a laundrette sort of situation to wash your clothes.
Yeah.
And I had cashmere. And that's not going anywhere near a University of Manchester laundrette,
No,
thank you
sure,
very much. And they literally came up a month in. And because being a homosexual, I have a lot of clothes, I had managed to do a whole month without doing any washing because
Yeah.
I was just wearing all my wardrobe. And so when they checked into the Lowry Hotel, I brought my washing. I'd actually forgotten that story and did all my washing. And we had a very nice night's stay.
How did they do with your cashmere? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you
Yeah,
shrink
beautifully.
Yeah.
Wow.
It did not pill, let
Yeah.
me tell you.
Did you ever buy University of Manchester hoodie? No.
You never had one?
No?
Oh.
That's like a rite of passage, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I've still got my Sunderland one.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, no. You
I'm
got
a
sent
spark
one, didn't
of
you?
I just never went to university.
I've got Cardiff hoodie, yeah. I feel like you have
Cardiff.
to.
Is that where you met Stefan?
It is. I feel
Oh.
like you were disparaging.
What?
Can't you like, Cardiff?
I'm from Bristol. So
Okay.
Cardiff is sort of,
Kind of
the
neighbouring.
next biggest
Yeah,
metropolis.
yeah. Okay.
Cardiff is a bad place for me because it's where I saw at the end of the 2015 tour of Mary Poppins. It was the last time I had seen Mary Poppins, which is my favourite musical. And she didn't fly. There was a problem with the mechanics. And I thought this was the last time I was ever going to see it. And it was then going on to Geneva to do some shows in Geneva. And I was looking on BA for tickets to Geneva
So you
to
could
see
see
it
her
next week.
fly.
So I thought, I cannot for the last time,
Not see her fly.
which was only time 12 at the time. We're up to time 40.
So you'd seen it before 13 times, but
Yes.
on the last one she didn't
She didn't fly. And I thought that can't be my last memory.
I bet you were livid.
Absolutely livid. I didn't talk
Did
to
you
Mikey.
get a BA flight out? Did you
No,
never?
Mikey said it will come back.
Oh,
and to be
okay.
fair, it did. and I've subsequently seen it up to 40 times.
You're going to hate my husband. He's never seen the film.
You don't watch fuck all on the telly.
I've seen fucking Mary Poppins.
She doesn't watch anything. She doesn't watch normal television. She watches
We'll
MILFs.
come round.
That's BS. I don't watch films.
You watch
We'll
MILFs?
Maths.
Same
What?
thing.
What's
MILFs.
Married
Something about these mental people that marry each other.
Married at
Oh,
First
there's a
Sight.
British version coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
she watches that, but she doesn't
Oh,
watch
Married
anything
at
else.
First Sight.
Maths.
I thought it was MILFs.
Yeah.
Right.
But Emma doesn't watch
We'll come
films.
round. We'll have Mary Poppins night.
Yeah. Because I don't know what he's
He
thinking.
took me, and then I took my nephews. I've seen it twice, and they were a
Good.
bit bored. It's great. It's a great production.
It's coming back on tour.
What's your favourite song from the soundtrack?
From film or musical?
Consider yourself.
Musical.
That's Flippin' Oliver.
Consider
From the
yourself.
film.
That's coming back. From the film,
I'd like to see that.
Feed the Birds. The film version is
A
amazing.
tuppence.
Don't,
That
yes,
one?
tuppence a bag.
Tuppence.
Yes.
Tuppence a bag.
And then, which was slightly ruined when somebody once told me they called their front bottom tuppence, which
Tuppence.
was
That's quite common, yeah.
odd.
That's normal.
Practically perfect from the musical.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Do you have a favourite?
Let's Go Fly a Kite.
What, the one at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go fly a kite.
Is that,
I thought
is that a bad
everyone should
choice?
just be supercalifragilistic.
No, it's quite happy.
Yeah.
But it's always sad for me because it's the end of the film.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just-
And then it's
Sorry.
I thought we were all
It's
on
over.
supercalifragilistic.
Yeah.
Even though you'll think of it as
Something
quite
quite
atrocious.
atrocious.
supercalifragilistic.
I see a musical collaboration in the making.
yeah.
Right, I know it won't take you long to go into Poppins. Shall we go to a quick break and then we'll read out some Help I Sexted My Boss questions and dilemmas?
Let's do that.
Welcome back, everybody, from G&Divas to the Leg Itchers. It's time for the Secret Mum Club to experience Sexted with questions and dilemmas from our G&Divas. Are you both ready for this, Sophiena and Emma?
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know normally on our podcast and also this afternoon on this episode, we don't know what's coming up. Do you know?
No.
You
No.
as
No.
well. So same.
Surprise,
same
yeah.
And I
concept.
can't read quick enough, so I just listen to.
I
the
don't
television.
read the...
No, I don't.
just
Emma does
listen.
that bit.
Yeah.
We'll start with this letter from Lauren. Hello, everyone. I've been trying a new hairdresser and have visited them twice so far. They've done a great job, so I went there again for my latest appointment. When I walked in and said, "Hi, nice to meet you," and I had to pretend for a whole appointment that this was also my first time meeting her. I didn't want to embarrass her by saying that I had been there twice before, so I just played along.
Oh.
What is the etiquette when your hairdresser or someone similar forgets they've met you before? Should you play along or correct them?
I get this all the time because I think I've got a generic face.
Oh, you don't have
So
a
people
generic
forget they've met
face.
me and I always call it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what? Okay, so. Oh, hello. How'd you do,
Yeah,
Emma?
nice
I'm
to
William.
meet you. Yeah, I go, we've met before.
Oh, have we?
That's
Yeah,
so
is that
good.
is that bad?
No, that's so good. I'm the other way. I genuinely think I've got face blindness.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely... Emily Nate listers. I need to speak to her about it.
I tell you what, I've noticed what Jordan will do, particularly at stage door if we're signing things. He'll say to literally everybody, because you've obviously read in Dale Carnegie, you've read that you say to people, "Oh, I love, we met before," because then if you actually have and they go, "Yes," they're like, "Oh my God, he remembers
Yeah.
me." And every time on our last tour, he said that to people, they went, "No."
Yeah.
Every time without fail. And he was just standing there going, "Oh, have we met before?"
It's a
No.
good
like that.
tactic.
Yes, you
All right,
do.
hi, I'm Jordan. They go, "No, you are." And I'm like, "We've met before, haven't we?"
And they all go, "No."
Don't give away my secret. Shit house. So you'd call it out straight. I'm
call it out.
terrible with faces and names.
William.
Yeah, but I
I
used.
would just go with it.
Would you?
If they just, I wouldn't want to embarrass them. I would. That to me personally, I feel like I'd make them
I'd go
uncomfortable.
with it. I'd go with it.
I'd just
so.
roll
Also,
with it. and
surely
just
it's a
carry on.
hairdresser's. I mean, I assume, I don't know what sort of antiquated system they're using at this particular hairdresser's, but surely on a booking system, if you've used the
show
same
they've been
email or
before,
phone number, it
yeah.
should flag up that you are a return customer.
But they see a lot of people as well. So I
Yeah.
feel like you could forgive them.
They get asked the
for
same
that.
questions
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. Also, I don't want any familiarity with my hairdresser because the small talk is my worst nightmare. So I want to be a stranger so that we
Do you
don't
just change
talk.
hairdressers each time?
I don't have any loyalty to anyone because I don't want to talk
Other
to
than
them.
Stefan, hopefully.
Yes, apart
Yes.
from my husband. But apart from that,
Okay.
That's your limit, Max.
yeah.
I wouldn't say call it out particularly, but maybe later on in the haircut, as it progresses,
Yeah.
you might say something like to not make them feel bad.
Or could you bring up something that you've previously spoken about and say, "Oh, you know,
Yes.
last time I was here and you said."
That's clever.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think that I'd maybe
That's
try
good.
and do
Yeah.
that, or just say, "Oh,
Yeah.
how was the children?"
Oh no! Or
Yeah.
you'd say, "Last time I was in, you was telling me about."
Yeah. The children's sports day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I
God, you
think.
have to talk about stuff like that with your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have kids. It's well
Yeah, but
boring.
fucking hell. I actually really enjoy it. I
Yeah.
enjoy that shit. I don't really like too many other parents. Like football parents are wild. I'm in a whole new world of football at the moment, and football parents,
The worst.
Intense.
yeah, they're too
More
much.
competitive than the kids.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
I'm broody, but I would miss my bliss hour.
You wouldn't have a bliss hour until they're 18.
Tell us about Bliss Hour.
So it's my bliss hour. William thinks it's. Excuse me.
That's a nice way of putting
So
it.
it's
It's lucky
right.
to last an
And
hour.
he told me, oh, my bliss hour. It's dead calm. I've literally had truckers and taxi drivers
Whatever
and
gets you
builders
through it.
come up to me. So the bliss hour it's the most relatable bit of content I think I've ever done. Right.
What, and the men
Which
do
gives you a
stuff.
rough idea.
So it's basically I've mentioned it on the radio and I've mentioned it on the podcast. It's like you've done a shift at work, especially if you do early like me, and you get home and you've got the house to yourself. Your other half's not in, no kids, stuff like that. And you get home, you've just got an hour to yourself. You make a big mug of tea, slice of toast, and just watch shit telly. I do it, and it's I
miss
live
that.
for the bliss hour, but you won't get that.
He
having
lives,
kids.
No.
laughs,
I get my.
loves with the
I have
bliss
a.
hour.
I have a bliss hour every morning.
Do
I
ya?
wake up an hour before, sometimes an hour and a half
There
before
you go.
everybody else, and I do my washing. I have a cup
Yeah.
of tea. I chat on my Instagram.
Yeah, but to get that, you have to get up
everybody.
at 5 a.m.
It's worth it. Though.
I
No.
agree.
It makes me feel so good,
No.
and I can get a wash on and out on the line by 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm winning at life.
Yeah.
The
Bliss
children
hour.
wake up and they got the best version of me. Honestly, I'm a jolly old. Oh well, I'm a jolly rancher anyway, to be honest. But when
jolly
the
what?
children, jolly rancher.
What's a Jolly Rancher?
Like, you know, if you
Like a
go
joy-
to
a
like
joy to be
a
around.
ranch and you see, they're always jolly on a ranch. You know, the men that do the horses, you know, on a
You know?
the men on a
I'll
ranch.
take your word for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
You've
they have
never
a
been on a
jolly
ranch with
I
loads of
feel like if you
cowboys?
when you go on a ranch,
Not
everyone's
officially.
so happy, aren't they? I've
never been.
What, in America? You can watch them on the telly. There was a crazy one on the telly the other day. I wouldn't recommend that one. They didn't seem
But
happy.
generally, they're
Yeah,
happy.
generally happy on a ranch.
We'll crash on. This one is from Ailey. Dear William, Jordan, Sophiena, and Emma, I am a Scot writing to you from sunny Australia with
G'day.
with a wee query that I would love your input on. I was seeing a young man romantically who also happened to be Scottish for a short period of time. What? Oh, I see. Who also happened to be Scottish for a short period of time.
Right.
She was sick.
He didn't
was Scottish
change
for what, a few
nationality.
He repatriated. I really enjoyed his company and we had a lot of fun together. However, we decided that it was best to leave things and not to continue on a romantic path. I would like to continue being friends and meet up with him for a wee pint or two, though you never know, they're Scottish. I am concerned that he will think this is a ploy to woo him, which it most certainly is not. It was just really lovely spending some time with someone from home who made Scotland seem that wee bit closer. What is the best
We
way
get it, you're Scottish.
Yeah.
to have this conversation?
Oh,
Avoid it at all
I don't
costs.
think you
Get rid.
can.
You can't.
No.
Yes, you can.
Oh, no, you cannot.
You can't be friends.
No, you
I
can't
was
be
going to
friends.
defend you here and say, yeah, can you not? I
No.
was gonna say, look, I'd love to go for a pint, but purely just as friends.
If
I
the
think you have
terms
to
were made on the man's behalf and it was the woman receiving the fact that she was...
Is it a woman and a man?
Well, it's
Yeah.
Ailey and
a man? She said a
man.
young
Okay,
man.
so it's a man.
Woman and a man. So if it was the other way round, I think, and it was him saying, I'd like to be friends, can we stay in touch? I think the woman wouldn't see anything in it. But for her to say, can we just be friends? And then she invites him out for a drink, he's going to be like, way.
Yeah, I
Getting
think
a
he's
wet
back
willy
in there.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe we need to change it to brunch.
Yeah.
I don't think a man really gives a shit, do they? They just think if they're going to get it.
I think that on behalf of men, I think that's unfair. I think
you?
I think I
Oh.
don't think all men are completely one.
Well, no, not all men. And some women would be down
Yes,
for that.
completely.
In most scenarios.
I think you've got to be clear.
I
It's
think you're right.
communication. We say
I
constantly
think you're right.
communication is key.
Yeah.
I think if you leave it a little bit and then say, look, it was,
You
and
would-
be honest, just
you'd
be
have
honest.
to keep you'd have to keep just alliterating the
I'm
fact
feeling
that
a bit homesick. It was really lovely, although, you know,
Yeah.
obviously it didn't work out for us
Yeah.
romantically, but I really love talking about deep fried Mars bars and things
Yeah.
like that.
you make
Let's
a really
get back
lovely
together.
friend. Yeah.
Yes.
It might be different if you're two wee Scots on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
You might find more of a kinship
Yes.
together.
Where are they living?
Australia.
Oh, yeah.
So it might be different. But I would say think he was back in there if you get back in touch.
Yeah, you might be right there. You can just see how it goes.
See how it
yeah.
goes.
You might
we're
say
not.
no.
You know, he might just be a really lovely person, and
Yes.
therefore he might take it really, really well. But you need to just communicate.
Yeah.
Communicate.
Communication is
I
key.
agree.
Communication is key.
This last one is from Kirsten. Hello, everyone. My partner and I have an agreement. Oh, he does the majority of the cleaning. Oh, and I do the majority of the cooking. But on the occasion he cooks, he always gives me an unrelenting debrief and review about the meal. We should just... That's producer Ben in the background, if anyone can actually hear that.
She's so sweet. I'm so
Do I need
broody.
to rescue the baby, or is she all right? Okay.
I get a full retelling of the cooking process, as well as a commentary on how great it tastes and how he has to put his own twist on the recipe. He then proceeds to tell anyone and their dog about the meal he cooked and how amazing it was. It's gotten to the stage that I forewarn people in advance when they come to dinner that they will have to endure this. Frankly, it's become a complete ick, and now I actively do all I can to avoid him cooking. Which is a shame, because I think I'd enjoy the meal a lot more if he would just shut up and eat it. Do I mention it to him, or just grin and bear it?
Mention it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're picking up that I'm the kind of call it out kind of person.
You are a call it out sort of person.
Oh, can we bring
Sadie.
Sadie over? Oh, bless her.
Lady baby.
Oh,
Welcome
no.
to recording
Oh, no.
with a baby.
She's very
I
cute.
can't cope with
And
this.
she's 4 months.
She's 4 months,
Yeah.
and I might be about to get.
She's
gonna
an
whack her boobs.
absolute
Well, please, can I say, can
sweetheart.
you just point in a different direction in case anything happens?
She's such a little... I'm so broody.
Oh.
She does look like Stefan now you've said it.
Right, those poor ears.
Oh, look.
Those big ears.
So you would just call it out?
I think call it out, yeah, especially if it's your... There's nothing I love more than slagging off my husband. I think if it's your partner, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with your partner. Stuff like that, you've got to... There's no
Yeah, but-
nice way around it. You just go, you know when you cook? Sometimes, you know when you're cooking?
I would, though, say do it not in front of other people. I would say don't say it in front of the guests you've
Oh,
got
see,
round, if you
I
want.
wouldn't say anything. I'd just let him be because he's happy.
Are you feeling all right now?
What?
Are you... Just because the baby's being breastfed?
Are you feeling faint?
I've spent... It's been my life's work avoiding breasts, if I'm honest.
The most natural
the Guinness
thing on
World Record
planet.
holder,
Look how
nearly.
beautiful that
Should I get a
baby-
veil?
No,
No.
absolutely not. Don't be daft. Oh.
Just
No.
pretend like it's not happening.
Okay.
It's
No,
like
I
they're
can
just
assure
having
you
a
I
little-
am.
You're really in the line of
Yes.
fire, though.
Yeah.
If something
I know,
happens.
that's why I'm nervous.
Direct. I'm going to make William look me in the eye while I've got my nipples out.
Yeah, just right at him.
I would say don't call him out in front of your guests.
No,
I think
no.
That is...
'Cause
Oh,
that
that's
was-
a great one, but I've just thought that question we had from the other week.
Go
about
for it.
The thank you. Sorry, ADHD. You've just reminded me, now you're breastfeeding. What was that question?
Was
We
it
had-
about boobs?
Yeah, so G&Diva was at a party with the kids and she was breastfeeding, didn't know whether to go up and approach her and say thank you for having us over. And I was like, surely you could go up to someone just because they're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You
Yeah.
just have to treat them as normal as possible. It's the
Exactly.
most normal
I
thing in
think
the
the
whole
question,
entire
though,
world.
was about someone that they didn't... It wasn't the host, their friend.
I think if you make a situation when somebody
Yes.
is breastfeeding, it then makes the person breastfeeding feel uncomfortable. If you just talk to them normally, you can't see anything. It's very
Yeah.
discreet. They're not doing any harm to anybody. And I just, would approach.
People definitely do look at your tits, though, when you're like feeding in public.
I was looking at Sadie's beautiful face, so I don't look at your boob.
I think people are
or
after
women.
men mostly.
I didn't want.
They're
I'm
after
throwing
I can
men under
assure
the bun.
you,
I'm
not all
bus.
men.
Not all men, but always men.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know?
Lesbians? No?
Hard to
I
tell.
don't know. I don't know if lesbians would look at a boob
No.
because it's the same body as theirs. They've got
Yeah,
their own
true,
boobies.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's different. Yeah.
It is true.
I'll ask my friend.
Anyway,
she's
dinner.
lesbian.
Straight men.
Yeah, straight men. Sorry, straight men.
Dinner.
Yeah, I do think it's that classic thing about barbecuing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The man will have to sort of constantly talk about it and spends forever, and it really is a very primitive, very basic form of cookery.
Yeah.
There's nothing particularly special about barbecuing. I don't like barbecues generally. So I feel, yes, I'm on Kirsten's side. It's very irritating.
I would just use humour with it. All right.
Yes.
All right,
All right, we
Ramsey,
get
wind
it.
your neck in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get it. You
Here we
cooked a
go
good dinner.
again.
Men do, not to man bash, but men do like to shout it from the rooftops when they do something, though, don't they? It's like my husband wants a medal for hanging the washing out. And I'm like, I literally do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you just tell him then you've done it.
Of
Yes,
course I do. Of course I
that's
do,
a good
yeah,
idea.
I do.
Just go.
I do
well.
think, though, the best cooks, I stand by this, or best cookery book, celebrity chefs sort of in that era, are women and gay men. Because I think men, Gordon Ramsay, Jamie Oliver, etc., they get competitive with cookery, which is what Kirsten's letters are all about. Nigel Slater, just put a nice meal on the table.
He's got a lovely Instagram page.
He
And
does.
he
Yeah,
does the
beautiful
garden.
house. Yes.
Who was the man you was eyeing up the other day on the Instagram?
Oh,
what was his name?
Simon Reeve from the travel shows.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know.
Do you want to? Yeah.
My guilty crush.
Who's her? Yeah, guilty crush.
Guilty crush. Who's your guilty crush?
Who did you say?
Oh, it's got to be Tom Hardy when he's doing CBeebies.
That's
as
not
well.
guilty.
That is.
Oh,
that is guilty.
Can we talk about that? Why do all the mums love that CBeebies show?
Because they get Tom
Because
Hardy.
we get Tom
to read
Hardy
it.
at bedtime.
And Harry. Hello. Hiya. And Harry Styles.
Oh no, I'm not a Harry Styles fan.
No.
I feel like I'm a bit old for Harry.
Look at her.
Me neither.
That's cute. Do you want to read the end bits?
Oh,
Yeah. No, I was talking to Sadie.
I was going
Oh.
to say how patronising.
do you want to get on with it?
I genuinely thought.
No,
he was
it's our
speaking-
bits anyway, so it's fine. But
I've dropped my
well,
iPad.
there you have it. The Secret Mum Club and the Sexted worlds have officially collided.
I've never said this to a woman before, but how is it for you?
It was great. It was a little bit nerve-wracking though, wasn't it? I was
Yeah.
nervous.
Why?
Because like this isn't my job. Well, it is my job, but it's
your
your
Well, it is,
job.
I
Like
believe.
this has always been your world, isn't
You're
it?
a professional podcaster.
I wasn't though.
You are now.
What did you do before?
I've done a lot of things
Oh, yeah.
in my life.
Have you lived 1,000 lives?
social media. That's how I got the podcast led from my social media. But I'm a qualified electrician. That's what I did when I left school.
Get away.
Isn't that amazing? She's very handy.
I'm super handy. I love.
sparkling.
I'm a bit of the lady man of the house, so I do all like the DIY at home and stuff like that. Chris is at home looking after the baby, doing the school run. He's like a new aged man.
That's amazing.
He's loving life, honestly.
Yeah.
Some of the time of his life.
Sally's hanging on your every word.
I love you
She's mesmerised.
She's so cute. That's the cutest baby.
I loved it. How was it for you?
Yeah,
It
I
was
loved
marvellous.
It was great.
I learned so much. I nearly fainted. I've never
So
nearly
much
fainted during a
boobs.
podcast. Yes.
That's what we're talking about. A lot of boobs, a lot of body fluids, a lot of poo. That's us.
But it's been marvellous.
It's been
I say
fantastic.
thank you for
Wonderful.
coming in. This is your home as well.
No, thank
So
you for having us.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for having us.
allowing
Thank
us
you.
to enter your space. That sounds wrong.
It's been wonderful, and I have learned so much. And you're not broody about that beautiful little baby.
It's a gorgeous baby.
I
But
think William's
I'm not
mildly
a broody
traumatised.
person, no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, G&Divas, we will be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Goodbye.